Hello, you cunts. I'm back, and it's definitely a different day. Wink. Nah, I just felt like talking some more. I was listening to the last one, part 1 and 2, that I did for episode. We're just gonna call it episode 1. I'm a lot funnier by accident, I think. Like, oh shit. Fucking, like, half of it is just me being retarded. I noticed a few times when I flipped up words and shit, like switched them up with the word I was supposed to say. And I'm just like, fuck it. We're just gonna leave it. I think I said, there's one word I used the improper form of, and that shit bothers me. But, like, I can't, like, just erase it. I mean, I can, but I don't want to do all that. I mean, I can't just, like, white out and write on top of it, or just hit the edit button and type it in. I can do a voiceover or something in, like, a very stern man voice. Insert expletive here. Oh, man. And then, like, the end bit of the first section of part 1 was, like, 5 minutes of my dog drinking water in the background, which sounded so inappropriate. And I'm just like, God damn it. I will have to, like, adjust the levels, I suppose. Is a lot louder in headphones. So I'm learning about podcasting. Can you use podcast as a verb? Casting can. What the fuck's the pod have to do with anything? Like, it just doesn't quite fit to me, but whatever. And I learned that, wow, man, like, putting podcasts online is not free. I really thought it would be free. It's just audio, but it is, I mean, it's a good chunk of data, but still. So I'm gonna just use YouTube like a cheap bitch, and I'll probably get, like, that one that I wrote down that I forgot already. And at some point, if this isn't something that I end up forgetting that I do after a while, there he is with the fucking water. You hear this shit? Let's all stop what we're doing while he drinks his fucking water. How's that water, Sigurd? Dude, he just gave me the fucking look. The, like, what? Look. He's like, I'm going back in for my nap. He would have blankets if he'd stop eating them. Why don't you lay on the bed, dude? No, I don't want to. Look, I've been sitting here doing a puzzle for like 2 hours or something, and you have not wanted anything from me. But as soon as I start recording, this is extremely unprofessional. So anyway, I don't know what the fuck to do with the first 2 recordings I did, because I have music playing in the background, and I know your shit will get pulled off of YouTube for that. So, it's pretty fucking, I don't know, man. Like, whew. I have, like, sleeping problems and shit. I've had them since I was a kid. That's one thing I did talk about in one of those fucking first episodes. We will call them the lost episodes for now. I'll find them later, because I know how to, edit a fucking file name. The only thing organized in my life is my computer. So, I don't know. But that was one thing I was talking about, was my fucking sleep issues. I've had sleep issues ever since I was born. And I was a very fucking bitchy fucking baby. Like, my parents were like, oh man, wait till you have kids. You are gonna fucking hate it. They are so noisy and they never stop crying. And my kids are like awesome. They're just so chill. My first kid barely ever cried. My second kid, I was like, oh man, he cries all the time. And they're like, no, that's called a normal amount. But I wasn't used to it. I was used to silence most of the time. and then when he wakes up, it would be like, oh yeah, so this is the world. Cool. Oh really? Oh, I like that. That's a nice picture, Mom. You have a good taste in design. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think that one's gay. Anyway, I noticed that. I just noticed a behavioral trait that I do. Interesting. I'm doing a puzzle right now. That way, if I get bored talking on here, I can just continue doing my puzzle in silence and leave you wondering, what the fuck is my fucking connection off, or what the fuck is going on with this download? Is it malfunctioning? Nope. Bitch just forgot about you. I'm doing a puzzle. I don't even want to do this puzzle. It has too many sky pieces. So this puzzle can kiss my ass. You don't have to save it. Okay. So this is just awful though. I'll get back to the sleep thing. I'm just having a hard time here. You know, Pirate Bay has been down for so long. Not that I use it to do anything on. It's just something that I noticed. Perchance, you know, I was just walking by Pirate Bay one day, and I noticed that it was not working. I notice it every day when I walk past it on my way to, you know, Bible camp or whatever indicates innocence, you know. Put that here. But no, seriously, like, what's the deal? Does anybody know what the deal is? By the time I get around posting this, I wonder if it'll be up. I hope so. I hope so for, you know, for the pirates. But just because, you know, it's a good, wholesome website with its porno ads. I mean, I'm just worried about it. Not too worried. Just like, I'm worried enough to where I only think about it occasionally. Occasional worry. That's not very worrisome, I don't think, but whatever. Oh, I'm so cold right now. I have the air conditioner on in my room. It's cold. It's not even hot enough outside, I don't think, for an air conditioner. But I like the cold. So I'm intentionally giving myself freezer burn. Or, no, that's a food thing. I'm not food. Well, I mean, I'm still alive. There would be some preparation involved. I have a fascination with cannibalism. We'll get into that later. Let's talk about sleep issues. Oh, no, wait. Go back. Wait, what did you just say about eating people? Anyway, I would try it. Hold on, I'm breathing too much oxygen. I would try it. I would try human. If it were properly, like, cooked, you know. I wouldn't make it a habit. I don't know, it's just a lot of work. Like, fucking, it's just, humans are enough to deal with when they're alive and breathing, right? Not that I would want to, it would have to be like a farm, you know, like a free-range, organic, grass-fed human ranch or something, you know, where they just grow them there, and you see them in the pasture, grazing on the orchard grass, and they throw them a alfalfa bale every once in a while, just for, you know, well-loved, you know. Get their fucking, what are those things called? Not cowbell, the other one. Human bell. They got one of those on. Ding going. And, you know, you'll just hear them quietly murmuring about things that are just common, basic ass thoughts. Because, I mean, you'd have to, I don't know, if I were to farm, you know, humans for consumption, I would make, of course they would be simple people, you know. You would just hear them in the fields, you know, talking about the weather or whatever the humans talk about. You know, did you see American Idol last night? You know, Betsy hasn't come back from the barn. Oh no, poor Betsy. How's the weather going over there in the other pasture? I don't know. I guess they wouldn't really have, you know, much of a, you know, frame of reference concerning other weathers. Weathers. Plural weathers. What's the weather over there on the other side of the barn? Same as it fucking is over here. Sunny and windy. Obviously. You get like the one smart one, and that's the one you gotta take to the fair and groom up your human. Come on, let's go. But still, it would only be like a certain amount of intelligence, you know, like not like you wouldn't really want to have a conversation with it. Like in my last podcast thing, I was having a conversation with my dog, and that would be about the level you would want to have with the humans from the farm. Down at the farm, people would go, you know, human tipping, and what was that button? You know, human, just fucking knocking people over in a field. I guess they would be naked. I didn't think of that. Well, yeah, I guess they'd all be kind of, I don't know. We'd have to put clothes on them. We'd definitely have to clothe them. Because I don't want to cross into that moral shit. Like, I'm okay with talking about cannibalism, but let's not talk about a field full of naked people of all ages that are meant for consumption. Well, clothed humans, they look more delicious anyway, right? No, I don't think so, actually. Now, would they be fat? Like, were fat humans tastier? See, these are things I wonder. Why don't I... Motherfucking cunt! I swear to God. I swear to the Christian God, it doesn't exist. Oh, man. I'm gonna fucking trace that call. I'm really good at doing searches and shit and finding out, you know, things that aren't meant to be found out. I'm gonna go find some shit, and I'm gonna go eat that goddamn fucking cunt. I was, pondering shit out loud. I was about to say, I've never talked about cannibalism out loud before. It's not true. That would be a lie. And this podcast is all about honesty. I've definitely talked about it out loud. Most of my friends know that I am a, what's the word? You know, when you're, I don't know, I'm like an apprentice cannibal. I mean, I'm still sweeping the floors. I haven't gotten to try it yet. But with enough patience, anything is possible. Or a plane ticket to certain countries. But I don't want to eat their people. Because the people they prepare for stuff like that, it's just, I don't know, man. It's like how, you know, PETA and all the crazy people there, you know, say, oh, well, if you could see your meat being killed, you wouldn't want to eat it. I bet not, because they probably fucking picked the worst looking motherfuckers. Like, I'll be like, I'll take that pig. That pig looks a lot, yeah, that one looks healthier. I'm not trying to get sick. I mean, I love animals. But I also really, really love eating meat. And I'm not afraid to see them die. I don't want to see them fucking dying like, you know, slow, painful deaths or whatever, but maybe change the meat industry instead of trying to change people's dietary habits, you know. It's just a thought. You could, all that fucking money that you guys dump into the fucking commercials trying to convert people, you know, to subsisting on the bare minimum. Oh, but not eating red meat makes your skin clearer and you live longer. My skin's fine. It's been, you know, it holds all my organs in. All of them. Except itself, I suppose. Self-containing organism, though. So, I mean, it's cool. It's fine. What was the other argument? That, you live longer? That is not something to use in that kind of, no. I'll live longer if I eat less red meat. I know I've heard that before. I don't think that's just an assumption. I'm assuming that I'm not assuming that, because that just sounds like one of their arguments. I don't want to Google it, because then, see, the Google will start thinking that, like, it's like, oh, you're changing, oh, here's a bunch of targeted ads related to veganism, veganry, veganing, you know. I think they've chilled a bit, haven't they, though? They've really chilled out. They've realized we don't like when they talk about it all the fucking time. But it's still a really funny topic, and I wish they would. I wish they would keep introducing themselves as like, hi, I'm Jeremy the Vegan. That is great. That's so great. You know, one of my favorite characters of Viking history that I've learned mostly about from the show Vikings is Ivar the Boneless. I think he's great. He's so fun. He is what a fun character. Oh man, he is just a riot. He's just so mean. I love it. He's always covered in blood. It's just his thing. Oh, Ivar. You're so jealous. I love him to death. I think he's the best. Like, good job, Ragnar. You really fucked that one up. Yeah, I love Ivar. But anyway, oh yeah, Jeremy, that's it. Jeremy the Vegan, you know, give him that, you know, give him the fucking title again. Give them a title. Ivar the Boneless, Jeremy the Vegan. Oh, how times have changed. I never did talk about sleep issues, did I? Oh no. Oh, seem to have dropped my cigarette. I know it seems like I'm always smoking, but half the time I just forget that I have a cigarette and I don't light it for a while, or it'll go out and I just don't relight it. So when I'm just chilling here, I usually am holding a cigarette and it's usually unlit. Also, I do smoke a lot, so it's both of those things. Anyway, alright, let's go back to the sleep thing, which is one reason that I can't keep a train of thought. When I was a child, I still had trouble getting to sleep. I guess I never explained why at the time, because that might have helped, you know, figure out a solution to help me sleep, but it's thoughts, constant thoughts, blah, 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 chatter in the brain, and not voices, it's just me. It's my dumbass. It's not a bunch of other people that I can blame that don't exist, that my subconscious made up. No, that would be fucking convenient. Nope, it's just me. And I don't shut up. As you can see, this is a clear indication that it's just too much. It's too much thought. That's why I talk out loud. That's why I talk to myself. I don't have a conversation with myself. It's not a back and forth thing. I'd interrupt myself constantly. I can't fucking... That would be so aggravating, and I would get so cross with myself. I would not be able to fucking finish a fucking thought because myself would keep interrupting myself with the same thought that I'm trying to say, but oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I'd get stuck in a loop. I would be saying like the same couple of words over and over. It would be an endless self-conversation interruption loop. I could program that. I could make it pop up on the screen back and forth constantly, but I can't fucking program myself to... I probably can. I mean, I drove myself crazy. Why not? Why can't I do that too? See, if you believe in yourself, you can do anything. You just need to believe. If you believe you can make yourself go insane, you can do it. I did it. Then you gotta make yourself go unsane, outsane, super sane, but never regular sane. That's how you start. It's just boring. It's not how everybody starts, I suppose. Alright, so I decided to start another puzzle. Fuck that other puzzle. That other puzzle can suck my dick. I don't have one, but still, it can suck it anywhere. What's talking about? So sleep and humans eating people. See, I should write this down. This is starting to sound an awful lot like my manic original podcast. Oh yeah, and then, so yeah, that's why I talk out loud to myself all the time. I'm not even really talking to myself, I'm just putting the thoughts into verbal form because there's just too much shit in my head. I'm writing, that's why I'm quiet. I don't know. Thought loop. I do go into thought loops, so it's interesting. Aw. I just got nostalgic. I'm not gonna talk about it on here though. It's illegal. Anyways, so sleep. Sleepity sleep. I hate that word. I hate the word sleep. I hate it. I know the word sleep in like 3 or 4 languages, and I hate it. I hate the word sleep because it has fucked me over since I was a kid. It has eluded me. I have tried and tried and tried, but I just really was bad at it. I mean, now I can get to sleep if I really try for it. Or if I'm really exhausted, I can just zonk the fuck out. That looks like a bunch of vaginas. Sorry, it's a puzzle thing. Ew, that looks terrible. Why do they let you change the puzzle piece shape? I'm doing it on a computer. Like, these all look horrible. Oh, what a mess. What the fuck? That one looks like 2 nipples. This is just awful. Why would you change the puzzle piece shape? Well, shake it up a little, because I like a little fun. Hey, good for you. I just want it to be a regular ass puzzle. Anyway. So yeah, I was a very fussy baby, apparently. One parent says one thing, one parent says another. Actually, both parents originally said the same thing. I'm starting to think my mom also has a memory disorder. She'll say shit, and then years later I'm like, hey mom, you remember when you said that thing? And then she's like, that is the opposite of what I would say. I know I've got a memory problem, but there's some shit that sticks. God damn it. Anyway, so I always just had a lot of thoughts, and it's tough to quiet them, and I didn't learn how to do that until I was like a young adult, I guess, like really do it or whatever. So I've always kind of coasted, you know, like, and I think this obviously contributes to my memory and loopiness and shit like that. So I mean, I've never really fucked with sleep deprivation until I was until like a few years ago. But you know, I used to pull all-nighters all the time. Every once in a while I'd get to 3 days or something, or not really. No, probably not, actually. Maybe like 2.5 days. But I would zonk the fuck out. But eventually I just, I don't know, my sleep problems got worse as I became a teenager. I hated being a teenager. My dad got me these nature CDs or whatever to put in my Walkman or whatever. I had, you know, the one with anti-skip. Yeah, that's right. You know, you're jealous. And her MP3s are skipping all over the fucking place, aren't they? So my dad got me these CDs, and like, oh, hold on. To tell this story, I need something. This is a good story to tell. It was on one of my other fucking podcast things that I have to somehow remove the background track to. So my dad got me these CDs, and like, one of them was like, you know, forest sounds and whatnot, just regular. I think it was like, you know, just birds, and there was like trickling water on it too, which I thought was kind of not a good thing to put on a CD like that. Well, hold on, I gotta get something I dropped. One moment. Alright, I found what I'm looking for. So the other CD was like, you know, something that sounded exotic, but not too exotic. Like, sounds of Canada. So I was like, oh, Canada, it's right there, you know. If you're afraid of leaving home, but you still want to travel, you just go right next door. The sounds of Canada. Well, Canada has, like, animals that we don't have in fucking Delaware or Maryland, where I was born. Tell me if you've ever heard this fucking sound before as it screeched through my ears. That's a fucking moose. That is a fucking moose. Did you know moose sounded like that? Because I sure fucking didn't. Check this shit out. Like, yeah. I hope you can hear that. I'll play it one more time, just a little bit louder. I'm not trying to. I forget how good, like, phone mics have become. So if that was way too loud, well, I'll make sure I fucking fuck with the audio, like, levels and shit. But, yep. That, and me being, oh, I don't know, what was I, like 13? Middle of fucking, middle of fucking night, I'm, like, actually going to sleep for once. And that cuts through the beautiful sounds of wind in the trees and the birds chirping, soothing, meditative sounds. So, since then I've become obsessed with that sound. Those two that I played. Now they have a whole bunch on this list on Soundboard. It's soundboard.com's, you just type in moose sounds and it comes up. And the bull moose and the moose bugling, those two are my favorite fucking sounds, man. Like, those are some of my favorite noises in the world, and I want to sample my nightmares. Oh, man, I had so many nightmares after that. But, well, I mean, at least one or two, anyway, that I remember. I'm just gonna go for, just say I had so many, because that sounds, you know, more intense. So, I don't know. Sleep has always been a problem for me. And I do find that there are methods, yes. There are methods that help. What the fuck is that noise? There's a rumbling sound. Melatonin helps. You know, all kinds of shit help. But the thing is, I've gone without it so long in my life, like consistent sleep, that I despise it now, like, naturally. I mean, I understand it's necessary. I fucking hate sleeping, though. I think it's a waste of time, and I could be doing other things, like more puzzles or useless podcasts that nobody's ever going to listen to. I could be doing so much procrastination if I didn't have to sleep. So now I've fucked up my circadian rhythm, basically, after years of just not going to sleep at the right time, and then after a while I just stopped trying to, that I started, you know, finding out what sleep deprivation was. And now, I don't know, I have a prescription that helps me sleep, but I don't know, I'm just so used to it. I'm used to it, and that's one thing that contributes, however, to my memory. So, it's just something that I have to fucking do, I guess. I just have to get used to going to bed like a person does and hoping that the medication works, or the melatonin, if I don't take it too many nights in a row, hopefully that'll work. Usually it does the trick. I just, I don't know. It's like when you used to like a food and you don't anymore. I used to crave sleep, and it eluded me so long that I just was like, well, fine, fuck you. I'm gonna go stay up on the computer all night talking to goth boys on Vampire Freaks. I was a stereotype like a motherfucker. Man, oh yeah, I was a stereotype ass goth, man. It's fucking great. So yeah, I mean, I know it's bad for me. It puts holes in my brain. Blah 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 blah. I know. I mean, trust me, when I recorded those other podcasts, I think I was on 4 days. Currently on 2. I'm going to bed soon, though. It's like an active decision that I have to make. I don't crave going to bed very often unless I worked and, like, you know, like, busting my ass at work or whatever. But I don't think I work there anymore. I'm not really sure. I might. I don't know. With all this moving shit, I just told my boss, hey, look, don't schedule me for a while. So, I don't know. When I work, I sleep pretty well. I just come home and zonk the fuck out. But, I don't know. I just don't like to sleep. And it just, I don't even think about it. It's like, I just don't think about, hey, I should go to bed. Sometimes it crosses my mind. I'm like, oh, I should. And then I'm, you know, in Wikipedia looking up shit about fucking, what was I looking up shit? I was reading so much shit about Burzum the other day. I'm like, and then I ended up finding myself in like I was reading about Varg, right? Varg, I can't remember his last name. Fucking dude from Mayhem and Burzum. He's quite a character. Claims it was self-defense, but, you know, they let him out in, like, what was it, 7 years or some shit? That's fucking cool. Like, I'd do 7 years for that. Maybe. That's a long time. I don't know, man. I don't know. Have to be just the right person, though. Nah, fuck that. Nobody's worth that. Just like I said before, you can't get time back. I'd be like, fuck, why the hell didn't anyone say that's a bad idea? But yeah, I started in dangerous territory and shit, and I'm just like reading about, you know, this whole thing with Burzum and all that, and Varkan, I can't remember. See, I know this, I actually know this information, I just can't remember. And I'm like, oh shit, I just fucked that up. Damn it, I just deleted my puzzle. Thanks, Google Chrome, for not opening in fucking full screen. What the hell was that all about, you fucking cunt? Anyway, like reading about that, and then I end up like, what the fuck was I looking at? It was like, you know, the fucking the dangerous shit. Once you start getting into that, you start getting into, you know, you get into the heathenry shit, and then you start going into the, this is a little too, like, blood and honor kind of shit, you know, like, this is, straight up Nazi shit. So, but you know what I did? I fucking bookmarked it anyway. I like learning about all kinds of things. Everyone should learn constantly. I should learn constantly, but I'm probably not, like, not to the ability I know I have. Fuck no. I used to be like a learning powerhouse, and I mean as an adult. I was fucking studying like 6 languages at a time, and studying computer languages too, and learning how to, like, I owned a company building websites, and but I still own. I'm still gonna start it back up, but I'm not gonna do some shameless self-promotion yet. Wait till my site's back up, jeez. And yeah, like, I just learned anything. Like, I worked at like 3 horse farms and shit. It was ridiculous. But I have a habit of putting too much stuff on my plate anyway. So, I mean, I'll learn about the actual, like, the white pride type, whatchamacallit, or white power, sorry, black power, white, the overly white people, you know the ones I'm talking about, the German ones. I don't like saying that because I'm part German. And it's not that it's like, that's where a lot of them are coming from, but that does not mean Germany is like that. Seriously. I have a lot of German friends, and as far as I know, they are not Nazis. They're not Nazis. They're not Nazis. But as I said before, I don't care if people want to be bigots. It's when they start hurting, like, innocent people and shit. Or relatively innocent, I suppose. Nobody's truly innocent except children and animals, right? That's when I have a problem with it. Unless they manage to pick the really fucked up ones. Like, oh man, this Nazi group is just killing off, pedos and fucking dog fighters and shit like that. Unless that's okay. I don't give a shit. They can fucking hate those people all they want and kill them all they want. But I don't know, man. I think that if you want to close yourself off to everyone else, different cultures and shit, I think that you're taking a lot of the world away from yourself. And I think it's stupid. And, oh man. Hold on, I almost got these edges. Like I can't pause this shit, right? Alright, I'm not gonna make you wait for me to do this puzzle. Look, fucking, this thing has been pissing me off, okay? I had a friend, message me probably a couple weeks ago. I don't know. No concept of time, remember? And she was saying that I should probably, chill out a little bit with my heathen stuff or whatever. Because I'm always posting about it, and I'm always talking about it. I'm excited about it. It's like I've always just almost gotten involved with it. And then somehow didn't. But I know why. It's just I wasn't ready for it, and Odin knew that. It just feels like home. It makes sense to me. If it doesn't make sense to you, then okay, I don't care. Shut up. Stop bitching. But no, this isn't a religious post. She was saying that apparently there's like, Nazi-esque groups over in, Scandinavia and coming into Norway and shit with, with rune symbols and shit on their flags as their next swastika, essentially. And I'm so fucking outraged by that, man. Like, I'm outraged on a couple levels. Like, that really fucking pisses me off. And I don't really get offended, but very often. But this shit is just, it's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit that they're taking, like, I think the one I saw was this loosely assembled group of wannabe so-called Nazis in a group of 12 or something. Like, ooh, real intimidating, man, real intimidating. And on their fucking flags was a symbol of the fucking rune Tyr. Like, dude, I have that fucking rune tattooed on my ring finger or whatever. That is a fucking rune. Like, that is fucking sacred, dude. It's just immense. The shit that Odin went through to fucking get the access to this fucking wisdom, This wisdom that nobody knows where it came from. The Norns didn't make it. They just, like, fuel it, I suppose, in a way. But they didn't create the runes. It's just fucking sacred and mysterious. And these characters, people like to translate them to their name and shit. That's cute. It's not what they're for. Each one represents a certain fucking type of power. They're immense. They're immense. And people treat them like a fucking novelty. And I let that go. I took a breath and said, alright. We can only fight so much. Whatever. You fucking cunts. People are going to do that to everything you hold sacred. Somebody's gonna fucking do it. And considering the amount of sacrilege or whatever that I commit, I guess, you know, it's not like they need defending. They can hold their own. But that, using that symbol to represent something that they don't even fucking understand, like, they don't fucking get it, dude. This fucking shit pisses me off. And I don't usually get pissed off by stuff like this. You're like, the existence of Nazis does not piss me off. First of all, these are not Nazis. They're not. Dude, have you watched Holocaust videos? Have you seen how fucking uniform and precise they were? I mean, it was a fuck awful mess, but they were brutal. Horribly brutal. Like, it's just fucking... It was just fucking disgusting. The shit that they fucking did. And these fucking people who call themselves or consider themselves Nazis nowadays, they wouldn't even fucking begin to stomach half that shit. Not to mention, these fucking people consider themselves part of, you know, Odin and the beginning of things and all that shit. Odinism, I suppose. Which, the thing is, Odinism, it doesn't even represent what they're trying to represent. Odinism is not a Nazi fucking thing, man. It's not a fucking Nazi thing. But they're trying to pass it off that way. The thing is, though, if you truly believe it, I'm gonna challenge any of these, you know, neo-Nazis. I'm gonna challenge their fucking faith right now. If you truly believe it, if you truly are a heathen, and you truly believe Odin is the All-Father, then how the fuck, explain to me, how the fuck are you condemning cultures and civilizations and races? How can you do that? Because the story goes that Odin breathed the breath of life into the log that was crafted into human form, right? If that started everything, which, by the way, is where the Christian story of Adam and Eve was stolen from. If that's how it started, if you want to call him All-Father, that means he is Father of all. It doesn't matter what color their skin is. And you want to keep certain people out of your country, dude, that is not the Viking way. And yeah, I'll fucking call it Viking. I don't give a shit. I hate when people are like, you know, Vikings don't exist anymore. Motherfucker, Viking is what I make it. Fuck you. You totally accepted the term goth for goth kids. Doesn't that strike a historic nerve somewhere? Come on. Let's get real. Or surreal. Whichever. I'm cool with both. Don't you dare. That's right, you fucking calls. Damn, someone else called me. Here's another one. Why am I getting so many phone calls? Cunts. Fuck you. Ugh. Anyway, where was I? So the Father of all is the Father of all, and also on top of that, that is not the Viking way. Alright? What were Vikings? Tell me. If you know so well, tell me what Vikings were. We were travelers, we were explorers, we were settlers, we were farmers, above all else. Above even raiding and pillaging and raping and murdering or whatever. It wasn't just that, man. We were settlers. How the fuck do you think Scandinavia came to be? While other people are settling. Yeah, it sucks that we can't live the way that our heart tells us we want to. I always say that I was born in the wrong place and in the wrong time. If I were born like 1,000 years ago, maybe give me 1,100. 12 would be nice. 12 would be real nice. Oh wow, that's where I belong. That's when I belong. But that's just not how it is. So what do we do? What do we do when it's becoming how we don't want it to be? Will we just force it to be that way? Oh, in a way, sure, in a way. But you can't just condemn everyone. Well, look at Sweden. They have a Viking settlement that lives the old ways, minus the pillaging, of course, which is a goddamn shame. That was part of what made us so fierce. But do something like that. I mean, I have not considered, but I've even straight up planned my own village. My son, he's 10 now. My son Liam and I know I'm going to slip up and say names, so I just said fuck it, I'm just going to. My son Liam and I were going to create a language for it. We started. He's really good at coming up with completely new words. I didn't want to base it off of just a distinct translation or direct translation, but that would be the dream, man. That would be it. I would give up all this technology, all of it, for that life. And I can. But the thing is, I want to live my way. I want that life to be my life. I want my own town. It's a small village, anyway. It's where I belong. I understand that if you know, blood and honor types out there, you know, blood and soil, or whatever it is. I understand you're clutching to the old ways and clutching to the dirt of your ancestors. I get that. But you can't keep it. The earth is not yours to keep. You can settle, as in make a settlement. And you can still live that life you want. But you can't live a modern life full of technology and claim that. You just can't. And keep everybody out. Come on now. Not everybody is Denmark. Alright. I won't pick on Denmark too harshly, but their immigration laws are, wow, holy shit. They do not want Americans there. I don't blame them. I have looked into moving out of the country many times. I would, if it weren't for my beautiful children, which I'd say if there's any reason that makes staying in America worth it, it's the kids, man. I'll stay in this goddamn country for my chillins. And once they turn 18, I'm out of here. I'm going to move to, well, I don't know, Norway is calling me. I don't know why I am so drawn to Norway specifically of all the Scandinavian countries. It's Norway, I don't know. I'm planning a trip there. I want to go fly over there and have like a little pilgrimage, you know. A little religious experience and get really drunk a lot, which is part of the religious experience. But I don't know, it was just the first decision I made when I decided to learn one of the languages, one of the Scandinavian languages specifically. Norwegian, without a thought. I think there's something there. I don't know. For me specifically, I don't know. I'm just a puzzle that I'm trying to piece together. Thankfully, I think I'm having a little more luck than I am with this actual puzzle. I know you hear my mouse clicking. I know you're sitting over there like, bitch, can't even fucking pay attention to your podcast. I am. I think. I'd pay attention, but I can't afford it. Can't afford to take a trip to Norway either right now. But in the future, I will. I will. So, I don't know. I understand. I do. I don't understand racism, which does seem to come into play with it. I think some of them just feel like they just don't want, a fuck ton of immigrants over there. But they gotta understand, man, that's not the Viking way. That's not how we are. You can hold on to your own, but not, the whole country isn't yours. You can't do that. What about people like me? I want to come over there. I want to fucking experience that shit. But I have blood from over there. So I guess that makes it okay in their eyes? I don't know. But we're just talking about right now. We are just talking about the people who feel that way. Not the people who act out shit. Like, who join groups about it. Like, which is essentially just forming a Nazi party. And then using a fucking rune. Like, you really don't want to get into Valhalla, do you? That's okay. We don't want you there. To see such desecration, improper use, it's just, I'm offended on a level I've never been offended before. And that's pretty fucking deep, man. You can't just fucking do that. Use anything else. Use the American flag for all I fucking care. But runes? There's not a single human on Earth that's complex and deep enough to even truly understand them. But you gotta fucking respect, like, that old tradition. You can't, or not, the whole heritage, you can't just fucking do that. I wrote like a fucking thing. Of course I did. Let's see, what did I write? You guys want to hear my rant? If you don't, then why the fuck are you even listening? Attention to all heathen brothers and sisters, calling out to all sons and daughters of Odin. Heed these words, a call to arms. I have something important to express, and you must hear me. Consider reading my thoughts completely, then sharing your own. Know that I speak from my mind, my heart, my core, my inner darkness, which allows me to fearlessly say what I need to. If what I feel upsets you, then you should find more sensitive gods. If what I say upsets you in regards to what I am angry about, then you get it, and you understand why we must find a solution. I love to see so many strong and beautiful heathens adorned in our sacred symbols and runes, sometimes in armor, war paint, and weapons at the ready. We, meaning heathens, Asa-true Norse pagans, Celtic pagans, Odinists, and so on, definitely seem to find one another as if we are magnetic. It is worth considering that our paths are all meant to meet together. For 1,000 years, our way seemed almost dead, but I think our growth in Midgard was waiting. But I don't know why. Now we can make up for lost time. Technology has helped bring us together. Every day, I am amazed at the number of heathens in my friend requests and those in the suggestions. And some friends I've had for years, I had no idea until I glimpsed a Mjolnir around the neck or on the skin. Why are some of you so quiet about it? Are you trying to hide it? I am certain Odin and the other gods are offended by hiding the connection to our gods. It makes you appear weak and ashamed. Is it because some people mock our stories and tell us we can't call ourselves Vikings? Why the fuck not? It's not our problem the naysayers are too dull to find a connection to the spirits of the earth. We don't want them anyway. So is the fear of strangers you will likely never meet the reason for silent reaction to what is going on? I didn't even know about their little band of idiots until I was shown an article. They fly flags with the tear rune on it? Who the hell okayed that? I just think it is stupid to assume you can just take one of the most powerful symbols in the cosmos with the duality of language and influence and use it improperly to represent your will, whether honorable or honorless. No one in this dimension has that right. I know spirituality is personal, but we have some important work to do. I'm not afraid people will think I am associated with these groups. People might, but whatever. No use trying to inform the hasty accusers. They just want something to hate. Something to hate and something to have. No. We need to scare off these idiots. We need to scare off these idiots who think you can claim Nazism and Odin both. They are false in their beliefs. Odin's name, Allfather, literally means all. His ravens don't avoid flying over land with other races. They cover everything. So these idiots are using the Elder Futhark runes to represent their groups. So let's take them back. Some heathens are ready and proud to be bringing back the old ways. And some heathens seem to live underground. Cowardice is honorless. You can't cherry-pick the old ways. Oh, I like the styles, but confrontation makes me nervous. Yeah, well, pretty much all of humanity is like that. We just have to find our own way to connect with that inner ferocity. The Nazi thing is a joke, really, and it doesn't take much brain power to get that. Follow the old traditions and breathe life back into what is almost forgotten. Don't stay silent, because then they win. If we all keep our heads down to avoid confrontation, our ancestors fought the forced Christianity for nothing, and the rest of the world will soon equate Vikings to Nazis, just as they do the Germans. Don't fucking let it happen. That was really well written for how fucking little sleep I had that day. But really, seriously, there's so many fucking typos I had to skip over. Do you notice that? Do you notice how the Germans have to fucking deal with that shit? I mean, granted, it was on a much larger fucking scale. But still, that's what I was told. I was told that I might want to quiet it down because I might be mistaken as a Nazi or Nazi sympathizer, whatever the fuck that means. I don't care. Okay? First of all, I don't fucking care. I've never cared what people thought of me. I fucking don't care if I'm equated, like, that's such a cowardly thing. Oh, I don't want to show my true colors because they might get, misaligned or, what's the word, I don't know. Fucking brain fart. I've been up for 2 days. What can you expect? But seriously, really? So if there's any heathens fucking listen to this, don't fucking do that. What the fuck are you doing? Show your colors. Show them proud. Show them true. And if I've got any of those Nazi people, explain to me. Just, you're not going to convert me. I'm not interested. But just for the sake of argument, just explain to me what the fuck you're thinking. I mean, we openly allow hatred. That's part of our culture. We totally fucking accept it. What more do you want? What more do you fucking need? Why can't you just hate these people on your own? Because you've got to drag sacred fucking, I don't even call them symbols. They're more than that. You're dragging the shit into it. It's just, I know, and I call it, the way I talk makes it sound like I'm being disrespectful. But Odin knew what he was getting when he invited me in. He knows me. But I fucking think that you false people might want to reconsider. Make sure you're not Christians, because I'm starting to think you might be. Which one is a worse insult, Nazi or Christian? Well, Nazi is something that somebody chooses, and a Christian is just the worst fucking word that I can think of. Honestly, though, how about instead of us getting mistaken for Nazis, how about they get mistaken for Christians? We just trade. Just trade up the fucking blame. Fucking hell, man. It's like, I hate when I hear somebody equate Germans with Nazis. Like, if I tell someone I speak German, they're like, "Are you German?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, part of me is German." They're like, "Oh, that's where the Nazis came from." Shit like that. Actually, they came from a lot of places, first of all. Secondly, just fuck off. Or as I like to say, kindly piss off. I just can't stand the pure ignorance that comes with that. I mean, on both ends, really. So, thankfully, I have a lot of Norwegian friends, apparently. I have a lot of friends in Norway and Sweden on Facebook, and I've talked to a couple of them, and they assure me that anytime one of those fuckers shows their face around there, or the groups, start to try and form, they get kicked out by the Viking culture there. So it's good to know. So don't equate us with that shit. It's not the same. It's like this country has a president that is made up of the most despicable qualities you can shove into a human. And they want to point fingers. Really? You elected a fucking Nazi. Look at yourself. I didn't elect shit because I didn't fucking vote. And I get shit for it? No, not really. I really don't get shit for it because I don't really tell people that I don't vote. But I'm not afraid to. I just did. I don't care. I think being afraid to be who you are because you're afraid of how others will perceive you is pathetic. And that is not what we stand for. That is not the Viking way. So, and that goes for everyone. I mean, you Christians out there, obviously you're gonna cower under the fucking tables and chairs and, oh God, what will my God think? I don't think I've ever felt that feeling. That feeling of like being afraid of your creator or whatever, like, oh, trust me, I totally fucking respect mine. And if I had a reason to fear him, I'd be terrified. In fact, I'd be so scared that my brain would just, that's it. Talk about triggering PTSD at that point. But I don't have a reason right now. Unless he tells me otherwise, I'm pretty sure I don't have a reason to fear him right now. So I know what's in there. I know that fire. I know what I can be afraid of. I think the word is revere. I don't really fear my gods in that way. I think that Christians fear their God in a way that's like disrespectful to their gods or God or whatever the fuck, if you know, he were even real. But like, I know that if I were a god, if I were a god in my, revere, definitely. That's definitely a good word. But that's not quite the one I was looking for. Like, just trembling with respect and, like, possible fear. Like, holding them in high esteem, but also knowing their power. Like, how the Hindus feel about Kali. You know, it's fucking terrifying, yes. But I'm not gonna shiver unless I have a reason to. Whereas Christians fear their God constantly because of all the fucking sins they can commit. And I would be offended were I that God that was thought of so. You know, I just, like, can you imagine, for example, your friends and family just being scared of you? Well, I mean, I've definitely scared my friends and family before, but just not really, you know, so afraid of you that they just obey everything you say. They do everything you say, but only because they're afraid of you. That's the Christian God. That's how that shit is written. My gods aren't like that. They can tear you asunder. But it's like, there's a mutual respect. As long as you hold on to the right kind of honor of being yourself or being true to, you know, the old ways, or if you want to know how to live, if you want to know what we stand by, read the Havamal. That's a really long fucking poem. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but it definitely talks about how a Viking should live. I mean, that's what it's about. And the funny thing is, it's all how you think you should be. You know? It's living the actual honest life, like I was talking about. Being actually, truthfully, 100% honest with yourself, with your people, with your gods, with your family. And just not any kind of facade. And that's what these fucking Viking wannabe Nazi-esque motherfuckers are representing. They're representing a facade. You know, you can change things and make things... You can manipulate the world around you without starting a hate group. But anyway, this whole rant was started by my Wikipedia thing, which like I said, I did bookmark these things. I want to read about them. I want to know what we're up against, for one. For two, there's nothing that's not interesting to me. Like, except, like, France. I don't think France is interesting. I'm sure it is. I'm sure there's... I don't know much about the history. I'm not interested in learning about their history. I know the Vikings held sieged their Was it Paris? But I know that was in the show. I don't really know much about that. I'm not very good at remembering history. Like, I'll read it, and then I'll fucking forget it right away. That's why I have to write shit down. But yeah, I'm not impressed with France. I have to pick one thing. Like, see the Nazis and stuff, they get to hate their Jews. I mean, the old Nazis, you know, and you got bigots get to hate, black people, women, gay people, whatever. They all get their group of thing to hate. And I don't have one because I am just such a melting pot. And I just fucking... I want to, like, hear everybody's opinion and view on everything. Without having to be around them, of course. But the problem with that is that it's rather difficult to get shit out of people. Not all the time. The only people that are so just outspoken about their views right away are your severe right-wingers. And I already heard their opinion. It's the same fucking opinion they all have. And, I don't care. I'm not talking about, like, a political stance. But I mean, like, perspective. I love hearing perspective, like actual perspective. Not what you're told to recite over and over, but what do you actually feel? What do you actually see this as? You know? What are your actual emotions when, you know, whatever thing is, you know, whatever you see, when you see this, what do you feel right there? But I've decided that I don't like France because, I don't know, it seems like a fun thing to not like. I don't think it's fun to like it. I'm sure it has some cool history. I mean, there's reasons. Like, fucking, like, their whole style throughout history has been atrocious. I mean, I was ranting about France. France rant. Ranting. I was franting the other day. The other day could mean like a year ago, I'm not really sure. Franting says what it's about. Okay, I was franting. And, my point was that, you know, you go to France and you see powdered wigs, and this could be completely inaccurate as far as the time period. But this was my argument, which isn't a very strong one, it's what I've got. These powdered wigs and these rose blushy cheeks on these men, you know, and their fucking stockings up to their knees. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's more like fucking French Renaissance area. But, you know, and then you see these fucking horde of Vikings come over the hill, covered in, like, blood and fucking dirt, war paint, just yelling, "Rah!" You know. Like, what, and you got your French army, and they're all just like, oh, frills and lace. Pompous looking motherfuckers. Which one are you gonna be more afraid of? I'm just saying, like, which one's more intimidating to you? I don't think that's even accurate. Let's see. Let's look at 9th century French clothing. Okay, sure. Not names, you fucking bitch. Thank you. Let's see, what did it look like back then? I'm going with 9th. That's some frilly ass shit. That is not scary. What did their soldiers look like? Let's see. Really? That's 16th century. Man, it's just, Wow. Just wow, that is not intimidating. I found one, it says French 9th Hussars Trumpet Major. Like, I'm just on Google Images, so I don't even fucking know if this is accurate. But, like, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm totally content with that. I just think they look like a bunch of douchebags. A French soldier, 9th century. See, that's more plain. That's probably more what it was like, because it's not like they have money for all the fancy shit all the time. But it's still not intimidating. I wouldn't be afraid of that. Poofy fucking shoulders and shit. Nah. So yeah, I'm still not impressed with France. It's just Napoleon, right? He was French, right? See, it's like every fact I learn about France, I end up pushing it out of my head. Because I don't want to know anything about France. I just want to hate France. I'm not declaring war on France. I just want to hate France. What other... I mean, give me a better country to just generalize like that. And just generally hate. It's not like I'm sitting here, like, seething with, like, France, posters of, like, maps of France all crossed out in red on my wall or anything like that. I'm not a French. I'm not a French Nazi. France. Goddamn French. Oh god, I was listening to my last podcast recording thing. I noticed I have a Delaware accent. I have to try to speak more eloquently and pay more attention to when I speak so that I can get rid of that. Oh, that's a lot of work. I adopt. What's the word? I just said it. Accents. I adopt accents so fucking quickly. It's like my subconscious just wants to be from another place. I just know if I went to England, within a week I would have a full-on accent, and it would either be something a little more low-key like this one, or it'd be really crass and really horrible, and I probably hate it, but I don't really care. See, I keep going back to this one. I think it would naturally be this one, just because I keep flowing right back into it. But see, learning other languages fucks that up for me. Not English, though. I grew up on British comedy, like I said. I just picked it up. I remember when my dad told me when I was a kid, he was like, I guess I was in my room, like, playing with my toys, and their voices were English, British accents or whatever. My ex-fiance was English, and he said they didn't like being called Britons. I think that was just him. But anyway. So I just always called them English and not British. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I was playing with my toys. My Barbie dolls. Which my Barbie dolls were not Barbie dolls. My dad called them my Barbie dolls, but they were actually action figures from Aliens. Because that was my shit growing up. I had a bunch of xenomorph action figures. Action figures were so much more fun though, weren't they? They usually sometimes they'll come with like little things that shoot. And Barbie's just got some fucking high heels. Like she's going to fucking be a secretary in 1964. Just no. So whenever I got Barbie dolls, I would tear the heads off and just mutilate them. And, of course, they were the hosts for the chest bursters. You gotta have human hosts. I mean, There's nothing like that traditional fucking humanoid xenomorph. I mean, there's nothing like it. It's the best one. It's my favorite. And all these hybrid, the hybrid alien and the predators, that they're changing them, and I'm getting upset, man. I saw the Predator, the new one. It's cool, man, but I don't know, man. It really, really felt like the old movies. It really did. They did a great job there. But they changed something. I'm not going to do any spoilers, and it really upsets me. That's kind of a spoiler, because now you're going to be looking for it. But wait, that's right. It's like the first fucking scene. It's just, man. So, I don't know. It's just, it irks me a bit. I just don't want them to change it. And I want the Predators to win for once, because they're my favorite, and I love them. And I think they are great. I love the whole, you know, the whole idea of doing the blooding thing. And I read the books and stuff as a kid, and wow, the first 3, Aliens vs. Predator. I'm getting way off topic. I don't care. This is really exciting, and I forgot that I love this thing. And Aliens vs. Predator. Oh, what were these books called? Prey was the first one. Fucking, what was the second one? War was the last one. Prey something war. Hunter's Planet. It was Hunter's Planet. Oh my god, those books were the shit. Oh, man. I think David Bischoff. Holy shit, I remembered an author's name? No way. Hold on, I gotta check. Hold on. Holy shit, did I just fucking... Aliens versus Come on, bitch. I have a Norwegian keyboard, or I have it set up for Norwegian language, so my keys are fucking off. And sometimes it'll switch to English, and when it does that, it fucks me up, because I'm used to typing with the Norwegian. Aliens vs. Predator. Yes, Hunter's Planet. That was my favorite one. That was the second, right? Yeah, Machiko Noguchi. I never knew how to pronounce her name, but I always pronounce it Machiko Noguchi. She went with the fucking Predators. Oh, Prey was actually the best one, really, though. Steve Perry, okay. David Bischoff, I don't remember the second one. Oh, great fucking books. I don't know if they really were great, or if I was just a kid, but, oh, I love them, man. Man, I was like 8 years old when that came out. Yep. Fuck yeah, that's right. Shit. I'm so excited now. I have to get these books. Like, it was just so cool. Like, she fucking went to fucking hunt with the goddamn Predators, and they were assholes to her because she was a human. They, like, considered it, like, a fucking, like offensive to them. It was an insult that the prey would become one of them. Oh, man. That's so cool. I can't believe I remember that. I still have all my action figures. I have to get it. That's so great. I have to get these books. I read them so much. I wrote my own fan fiction too. That got like nowhere. I got like maybe 2 chapters in. I just wanted the Predators to win. And I had some interesting ideas for the fucking home planet too, you know. I mean, I was on that fucking AOL dial-up, looking up all the information that all the fans put together on the fucking fan site for Predators. Like, I used to know all the fucking information, and this is just shit some kid came up with. Some kid just like me came up with all this, how tall they get, how much they weigh, their lifespan. Like, what else? Oh yeah, they have comics. Maybe they're based off the comics. I never got into the comic books. Well, whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. Wow. Thanks for joining me with that trip down, actually had a memory. Thanks for being there for that. That was great. That's cool. That's what it's like when I remember shit. Like when I have a real legitimate memory. Instead of, I know all the, not all, but I know the information. Like I know the data of my life. The shit like that. Just the, oh, this happened approximately then. This happened approximately then. This, you know, some events surrounding the shit. But I don't remember the feeling of it, the emotion. I can't go back and then just pull a memory up and just remember it fondly. I can't do that. Not usually. But that one, I hope I don't lose that. Sometimes I'll get them back, and then sometimes I lose them again. But sometimes I get to keep them. So, wow. That's awesome. Part of me wants to write it down, but part of me wants to just see if I remember it on my own. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to see if I remember. Wait, shit, what were we talking about? Psych. I said we. This is an exchange now. It's a conversation. That's alright. Go ahead. Talk to it. Just talk to the podcast. Right, yeah. Oh, man, seriously? Psych. 2 missed calls. Bill Burr's new podcast. I cannot. Damn it, Pirate Bay is still down. I can't keep up with his podcast, man. And then sometimes I kind of just I'll listen to them, and then I'll just kind of zone out when he starts talking about sports. I'm like, okay. I'm not gonna fucking fast forward it. I'm not gonna skip it. It's disrespectful. Just let him go on about something I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. I know what a touchdown is, okay? So, fuck off. It's that thing in baseball where they fucking hit the ball over the... I don't like conventional sports. What about you guys? You guys into sports? Like, you're gonna answer me? I don't care. Don't fucking tell me. Don't tell me. I don't care. I don't care. I just hate that anytime I Google anything about Vikings, a fucking football team, I think, football, right, comes up. Just doesn't seem... It just seems like they should have to have, you know, sports team added after it or something. I don't know. It's like, well, we're here first. I do like some sports, however. Strongman competitions, I like those. Those are fun. I like the Ninja Warrior stuff. Well, archery. I'm an archer. But I don't shoot one of those fucking compound bows. You can go fuck yourself with that shit. Fucking new fangled bullshit. Fuck no, I shoot a goddamn recurve longbow. Thank you very much. And you goddamn right if you're guessing it's way fucking more than I'm supposed to be able to pull, because I got it at a flea market. I don't get to choose the fucking weight. 55 pounds. Thank you very much. I can pull it. I can pull that bow. And I fucking love it. I fucking clear my throat like my mother now. That's what she said. No, wait, that's what he said. You clear your throat like your mother. That's what he said. I clear my throat like my mother. Yeah, I know. Oh, see, now there you go. There you go. Alright. I knew there was a sex joke in there somewhere. In your endo. I'm starting to get a little loopier now. I've been up for a while. I gotta work on this fucking room. So, let's see. But I'm not done yet. I'm not quite done with this podcast yet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I pulled up. Alright, so. I was curious to see you know, I know a bunch of German cuss words, right? And I thought I document every language lesson I have in Norwegian. I write down every fucking word and every phrase I learn because I need to absorb it. So I added a page today that's not in my normal lessons. And by normal lessons, I'm not talking anything fancy. I use Duolingo. Duolingo is the shit. And they're not paying me to say that. Like, seriously, if you want to learn a lesson, use it. It's an app. It's amazing. And it's free. What more could you want? Fuck you, Rosetta Stone. Ha! I fucking... Never mind. That's illegal. I don't want to say that. Alright. So, I looked up some Norwegian profanity. I even made I made the fucking graph thing, like, real crazy looking and shit. Table, it's a table. So, apparently the most common term there is what is it, Fane? Fane? Is that how it's pronounced? Fine? Fine? F-A-E-N, but not the A-E together. That's just pronounced I think. I don't fucking know how to pronounce it, but anyway, it's just like saying fuck, or damn it. It's just an interjection. There's feintade, which means fuck you, the literal translation is the devil take you, because fein is a contraction of the Norse word fanden, which means the devil. Oh, well that makes sense, because you add the en on it, that makes it a definite, so fan is just devil then by itself. Okay. Norwegian is fucking awesome. It is the coolest language I've ever learned, and it is the most consistent as well. It's neat. It's a very neat and tidy language, but it's like German's like way too, like everything. It's a fucking compound word. They just stick everything together. Like, I think I have it, here it is. I have it written on my wall, not on my wall, on a post-it on my wall. The longest German word in existence, well, it was recently decided it's obsolete, but it's 65 letters long. You want to see if I can pronounce it? Alright. Rindfleischete, oh fuck, hold on, I gotta take it down. Rindfleischete Tierung Sweberwaschung South. Oh, see, I wrote it upside down. I wrote it like in a spiral. Southgaben. Oh, Gaben nu Bertragungsgesetz. I can't do it, and I'm actually pretty good at pronunciation. I can pronounce a lot of words, I don't know what they mean, especially in German. I see Fleisch, which means meat. Rindfleisch Etackierung. Sauberwaschung? Sauberwaschung. Aufgaben Tragungsgesetz. Oh, anyway, well, the definition is law delegating beef label monitoring. It's apparently a law that delegated the labeling of beef. The monitoring of the labeling of beef. Fucking hell, really? Oh, that's a hell of a word. They had to have been, like, dicking around when they came out with that, like. You know how when they pass a law here in America, they like to pass a couple little stupid laws along with it that are never going to take effect. You know they do that. You know, like you can't eat ice cream on a Tuesday or some shit like that. But they never... But you never see police brutality over that shit. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Fucking cop knocked the goddamn ice cream out of my hand. I was trying to enjoy my Sunday. Fuck. Rita's ain't cheap. Oh, man. But yeah, they'll do that shit. So it's like, that just kind of seems like what they did there with that word. I don't know. Keep forgetting to smoke this. Alright, some more profanities, Helvete means hell. So the phrase dra till helvete means to go to hell, means go to hell, telling someone to go to hell. Javel means devil, bastard, or fucker, essentially, just kind of like an insult. Let's see what else. Let's find some good ones here. I can read you the whole list, but that would take way too long. The word cunt is fitte. Fucking cunt is jävla fitte. Isn't that pretty? Fucking cunt is so pretty in Norwegian. Jävla fitte. Jävla. Jävla? Yeah. Wait. Hold on. The A and the E together makes an A sound. Var. Okay. We don't have that language. We don't have a few of these letters. There's like in English, so it's kind of like I have to learn new sounds to pronounce. So yeah. Where'd it go? I lost it. Jävla fitta. I think that's almost right anyway. And then cunt face is fittatrune. Cock is just cook. Or cook. Wait. Well, cock in Norsk. Cock is the word for cook. And it's spelled K-O-K-K. Cock. Or no, not cock. Wait. Cockin. Yeah, cock is the word for cook, but cook is the word for cock. You see how that could be mistranslated? I hope their waiters are treated, or their chefs are treated okay. Let's see what else we have. Oh, this one's interesting. A caring, too much roll. Caring. It's a weird one. It means, oh no, that's a KJ combination. That means that's an SH pronunciation, so that's sharing. Sharing. Oh man. Yeah, that's a sh sound. Sharing. So sharing means an old ugly woman, yet in northern Norway it's a compliment. So that's interesting to know. And dritt or skit. Oh wait, that's shit. That's actually SK combination. SK combination is also, or SKI is also pronounced as SH. So different. So they actually say shit in Norwegian, but they pronounce it SKIT or SKITT. Or dritt. And go fuck yourself or fuck off is one of my favorites. Is dritt og dra. So you say dritt og dra, or dritt og dra. It's OG technically, but I don't think they pronounce the G. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I might have a few people every once in a while, they're like, languages, yay, like me, but doubtful. But these two are fun. So drittsekk and drittstoffel. Drittsekk means shitbag. Basically us saying scumbag, right? Drittstoffel also is like saying scumbag, but it literally translates to shit boot. And I'm gonna start calling people shit boot. I've been calling them stupid ass canoe and ass hat for a long time. Cunt has always been a favorite. Cunt is such a good word. It's so punchy. That's why the words cunt punch together. Being punched in the cunt is not fun, but the two words together, cunt punch, it's even more punchy, and not necessarily meant in a pun kind of way, but also that. What else we've got here? I'm sure my Norwegian friends could actually give me a real list, because this is all just shit from Wikipedia. Kiss me, see, that's interesting too. They, just like the Germans, instead of saying kiss my ass, they literally say kiss me in the ass. That's weird. Like inside it? Oh, one of my favorites is, it's a derogatory term for a gay dude. Alright, skinkruter. Yeah, skinkruter. Skinkruter. Something like that. It literally means ham rider or ass fucker. Ham rider. Oh my god. Oh man. Wow, they've got some fucked up shit on here. I love it. I fucking love it. Butthole is rompahole. That's great, man. Thought I'd share that with you guys. You don't want to fucking get into the rest of it. Like, I have a lot of notes on here, and I'm not going to sit here and read them to you. You're like, oh, thank the God. Just that would take so long. Oh. Oh. Ooh, I should mention Pokemon Uranium for anyone who hasn't heard of it. Alright. So, you want to hear a fucked up story? Once upon a time, these, people probably about my age, decided they wanted to make a new Pokemon, but make it just like the old ones, man. Just like the old ones. So it has that same feel, that nostalgic feel, and you get to fucking go in the Poke Center and the ding, 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 and all that shit. And I grew up on Pokemon, so I'm all about this idea. And, well, I found out about it afterwards. And so this group of, I'm assuming, friends, they get together and they create this freeware. Just regular software for free. They spent all this hard work on it. They created new Pokemon. Not all of them are new. Some of them are used. All kinds of new different, tasks and quests. But all just like the old Pokemon, Game Boy games. And they release it, and they're so fucking proud of it. They make a big website. You could just download it from the site. It's free. Hey, don't worry, we'll have patches. You can connect online, trade Pokemon. Just the kind of setup you have been wanting Nintendo to make. So what does Nintendo do? They fucking take them to court. I think they took them to court anyway. They made them take it down. All that fucking hard work. Oh, there goes a push note. All that hard work that these guys worked on it. Hold on. Just, you know what? No, fuck Nintendo right now, because I'm gonna give you their names. I want to give them credit for this awesome game. Alright. Pokemon Uranium. I don't even think the website has anything. Just resources and information, it says. Oh, come on, you twat. Let's go. I've got an audience of myself at the moment. And it's just like, you can play it on your computer, which I really like. I mean, I have an emulator on my phone, but it's just not quite the same. Neither is the computer, but at least it's got real buttons. I guess I could get like a BlackBerry. What the fuck? Oh, they must have taken it down. That sucks. Or my internet's being really slow. Oh yeah, I can just do it on here. And turn off my fucking Wi-Fi. This Wi-Fi is terrible. What the fuck? I don't know. It's just not fucking working. Anyway, so they make this gorgeous game. They did a great job on it. Completely finished it. They didn't even catch them in the middle or anything. They didn't catch them in the middle of making it or anything like that. They fully made the game and released it. Here it is. Oh, they did a great fucking job. And the battling is all the same. You get some extra settings to make it, you know, better in some ways. And these motherfuckers made them take it down. Here it is, a fan-made game based on the Pokemon series. 9 years. It was in development for 9 fucking years. They used RPG Maker XP to make it. Like, how fucking cool is that? You can download that for free, I think. I think that's free. I know that regular. Well, yeah, because I used to have that. 150 new fan-made species of Pokemon, along with a whole new region. Dude, like, this thing is beautiful, okay? It's fucking beautiful. However, in August 2016, after reading from Wikipedia, after 1.5 million downloads, the download links for Pokemon Uranium were taken down from the official website because the developers wanted to respect Nintendo's wishes after receiving multiple DMCA takedown notice letters from lawyers representing Nintendo. Those fucking cunts. Fuck you, Nintendo. I'll never fucking pirate another thing of yours. Like I can on a computer. Oh yeah, that's fine. The following month, the developers announced that they had officially ceased development of the title and shut down the website and servers. Following the announcement, community members created a new website and continued to develop patches for the base game. That's what happens, man. Like, you're at that point, you're fucking with, you know, you're fucking with the underground pirates, essentially. That's why I'm so surprised the Pirate Bay is still down, because usually when you take down one Pirate Bay, 2 more appear in its place. Hence Hydra Bay. Oh, it's great. It's a great fucking game. And I would say you can find it on Pirate Bay, which is where I got it. But I don't know, man. I don't know where else to get it. But you can send me a message, I'll fucking send it to you. I think that if they are being forced to take it down, let's see. Look, they're fucking, these are like screen names too. These aren't even like, JV was the director and programmer. Involuntary Twitch was the artist and the writer. M-E. Do you pronounce the dash? Formerly Electric Mudkip was one of the composers. Alex, real name, Alex Naviera. These were real fucking people, not a company, not a corporation that created this thing. And the reason why I don't sound so worked up is because I spent plenty of time being angry at this, so it's just kind of like a sad thing now. It was great. They fucking did great. They did a great job. I fucking think it's great. I think I said that 3 times in one sentence, but it deserves it. It deserves me not paying attention to how many times I say that word. They really deserve it, because guess why? They did a great job. Yeah, I'll fucking send it to you. I don't give a fuck. I have it. I might have a patch or 2 as well. But you can probably find it if you just Google a download link for it. But Nintendo's not happy about it. And they can kiss my fucking ass, because that shit was amazing and they should have offered these guys jobs. Or something. Well, I guess they don't really make games like that anymore. But still, man, they should have at least offered to market it. Make it commercial. People would love it. They would eat it up. But Nintendo is notoriously a stupid-ass company. They make some great games, but they're idiots. I mean, why isn't there a fucking Pokemon app? And I don't mean Pokemon Go. I mean, like, I don't know, like the one that I have when I downloaded the ROM and the fucking goddamn games for the fucking, what is it, the Game Boy app? Yeah. Guess they couldn't control that. So, spread it around. There's a new Pokemon game. It's not that new. It's a couple years old now, but it was fucking great. And they did a great job. And I greatly respect that greatness that they put into that great project. I'm hungry all of a sudden. I'm just kind of like looking through my notes to see if there's anything good to talk about. I have one section called Ideas. And it's just ideas I have when I'm high. I guess I was coming up with movies. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Alright, apparently in June I created some ideas for some movies. Mothra Stewart and Snoop Doggzilla. Stupid as fuck. Airbud topples the government. I just felt like they needed more Airbud movies, you know. Airbud fights the man. Airbud is anonymous. Airbud rages against the machine. Airbud makes a Molotov. Airbud shuts shit down. What the fuck? Oh, I was stoned out of my gourd. Wow. That's gonna get deleted. Alright. Oh, playing with words. Me messing with making quotes. One of my quotes. I am sort of... Oh, shit. This one's kind of hard to say. It's kind of a tongue twister. I am sort of very much like a half-assed perfectionist dealing in pessimistic silliness. And then another one I wrote. I like to draw, but I'm not an artist who draws, nor a painter or otherwise. I'm another kind of artist. A self-artist, so to speak. I sculpt my very own essence into what I find beautiful, and I won't stop until I feel that it is just where I want it. Of course, finalization is always subject to change based on the various perspectives I encounter. That is essentially a very fancy way to say I'm not really working on myself at the moment, but you can't really tell. So, yes. I think that... Oh, there it is. I wrote it down, too, on here. I think that I might be out of ideas to talk about. Like, I think I'm pretty tired now. It's been about 2 hours. So how's that weather over there in that pasture? It's good? It's good over there? Oh man, I'm still totally game for that. I missed Talk Like a Pirate Day again. Fuck. I always miss that holiday. I should put a thing in my phone for it. Wow, I write everything down. I really do. Like, there's notes in here that I really did not need to write down. I have Skyrim cheat codes, just like the fucking item codes to get the certain items in Skyrim in here. And wow, I've got notes from Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Oh, that's a fucking game there. That came out in 99, was it? Oh, I love that game. Heroes of Might and Magic 3, Dungeon Keeper 2, Diablo 2. I grew up playing those. I played Diablo 2 before I played Diablo 1, and I got so mad. I remember one day I'm like, oh, I think a friend gave me Diablo 1, and I was, oh, cool, yeah, I'll try it. That's great. So excited. And I installed that shit. I got so mad. The creatures do not respawn. How am I supposed to level up to a ridiculously high level? I don't. And then I built my computer for Diablo 3. I waited 12 years for that shit to come out. Fucking 12 years, I think it was, right? Yep. Diablo 3 was going to be epic. I was so excited. And then, well, it was a fucking letdown. It's funny because the people who made Torchlight left Blizzard because they didn't like how they were treated there, I guess, and created Torchlight, and Torchlight's cool and everything, and then Diablo 3 comes out and it looks like Torchlight, just like more serious. Like, really? This is all you've got for me, Blizzard? Really? Come on, man. I've been like, I don't know, a lifelong fan of Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo. I don't do WoW. I don't do online games at all. I play computer games to not socially or otherwise interact with people. Why would I want to ruin that? I just don't get it. I just don't get it, man. But whatever smokes your boat, once again. Because that's just how some people are. They can just go be social in a game, and I find it disgusting. Not really. I'm just being dramatic because I don't have anything else to talk about. It's just all filler. Oh shit, that's bullshit. Okay. Oh, let's see. Do I have anything else of interest before I end this? Oh, there's my German lessons. Ah. Oh man, I have kind of a mess going on in my notebooks. I use OneNote. It's pretty awesome. So, it's just all right there, so I can fucking over-organize the shit out of it. Alright. I would like to read a spoken word thing. It's not really a poem. It kind of rhymes. But this is something I wrote. I wrote it just about a week ago. And it's called Tell My Gods I Said Hello. It's about death. And this is what we'll touch on my next episode. So this is like a foreshadowing or what have you. Also, here's some more obvious foreshadowing. We're going to talk about death next time. Because this is going to give you a little preview of how I feel about death itself. Live in peace. Don't rest in peace. Don't rest at all. You slept enough while you were alive. Now it's time to explore every dimension like you never died before. Die like you've never lived before. Everyone is crying here, but I have no tears to shed for you. I'll comfort them while grief is young. Then I will take my leave, my thoughts unsung. Kinder to not speak comforts untrue. Let false friends feign sadness over losing you. It's okay, let them finish it. They won't get it. I've tried to explain too many times, but they just want to cry when their memories die. Sure, I understand missing a soul, but I celebrate your death. You accomplished this life's final goal. If you die by suicide, people have a lot to say. How dare you? How could you? Maybe they just wanted a ride. They couldn't handle living there, waiting to grow old and living in fear. Ghosts in your attic, that dark, dark door that never disappears. They shun those who choose their exit. Jealousy, perhaps, that you found the strength. That's okay, I get it. Life was not for you. It's not for everyone. And eventually everyone's turn is through. How is that scary? I can't understand. I don't think I've ever been afraid of death. Not that I crave it, no. I just don't think I've earned it yet. What a reward. Wow, what an epic, amazing, incredible gift it is to be able to die. Don't waste it. Not life, I mean death. Don't waste your death. Don't go through some ridiculous method. Once the DMT is done with you, removing your soul, pushing you through, you'll feel like such an idiot if you do. Kneeling there in front of unfathomably, unimaginably, unspeakably, I'm out of words to describe these beings who have been, since space and time were nothing at all. And you'll look up, you've never felt so small. Up and up, can they truly be so tall? You'll be there in a stupor, spiritual equivalent of dumbfounded, and yet your mind becomes dumb when you haven't found it. Becomes numb with no ground. You're lost within the labyrinth of all, and the king of them all peers down at you with a single eye, while you sit there struggling to call your wits as you realize this immense being before your eyes is none other than the All-Father of old, recalling stories you were told, ravens and whispers, stories forgotten and remembered, sacred land defiled by cultural mutilation. You gaze up at him and realize those idiots living in fear and trepidation, while commanding torture and murder to promote their Christian zealot nation. They were all wrong, all along. This moment is sacred, true realization. No more reality fabrication. It would be wasteful transformation to enter the next place as a fool. So don't waste your death. Plan out your last breath. Unless perhaps you're meant to be a private jester to entertain the devious Loki. Do me a favor and tell my gods I said hello. And that's how I'll end it today. Which is the same day as yesterday was in my head. But it wasn't yesterday, it was still today. It just seems like it was yesterday. Alright then. I gotta go find a podcast place to post this shit that doesn't have like a time limit. Even the main one that people use is like 20-hour limit. I'm like, that's 10. I've already made like 5. Alright, I've got shit to do. So, be well, and give me some shit to talk about next time. Other than all my morbid thoughts, which I do have more opinions, I just can't remember what they are. Alright. Auf Wiedersehen, bye bye.